I'm gonna leave this pink version on screen, so you guys are gonna see it twice. But uh, shoot, what can I do? I just wanted to get as much of it on screen as possible in case there are any like weird art bugs going on. Hold on. I'm probably gonna ruin everything, but I'm gonna try moving my taskbar so that it can actually like. So that's probably gonna mess up my layout or do something weird. But I just want to. And yes, I know it freezes when I drag it, but sorry about that. I won't drag it very much. All right. So let's circumnavigate. Let's Oh, okay. Well, there's an example of something weird. There's like just a giant gap in the snow. Clearly, I didn't update my snow files correctly, or something. Because there's just giant gaps in the snow, and what is that about? All right, I'll have to take a closer look at. I'll have to take a close. Whoa, no, there's just. I don't know what that was about. All right, so there's something weird going on in snow. So, I'll make a note of that to myself. I'm gonna do it on my mobile, so I don't have to cover up the graphics. While I'm working on, while I'm just letting that run. So. Doop doop. It slows down a little bit when we're Twitch. Oh no! Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, sorry. Your question. What ID am I using? I'm using. It's called Spyder. Spyder. It comes with the Anaconda distribution of Python. I don't necessarily recommend it though. It's like I've heard much better things about PyCharm. So if you needed something like that, apparently PyCharm was a popular option. But like a lot of this seems to be working out okay. Like I really expected things to go way worse than this. But I don't know. Excuse me. I mean, I guess like I just always thought that like if I ever had to change this stuff, it would be like a monumental task. But I guess the art was the monumental task. I guess like the tech for it is actually fairly monumental. No, I'm sorry, I didn't actually say that. That would have been really pathetic if I had made such a bad pun. Or play on words, or whatever you want to call it. Alright, so yeah, sorry, whoops, I have to write a note to myself that there's something wrong with the snow. So, like, holes in, or like, some of the snow is missing, basically. Some, snow missing. Don't know what that's about. Alright. Yeah, sorry for the crazy graphics, everyone. I'm sorry that that's what we're paying attention to right now. So, don't mind me. I'm just gonna lean slightly off camera for a second. I'm not actually going anywhere. In fact, I'm still looking at the screen. Excuse me, sorry. Just sucking on my thumb for a minute, right? That's what I do when I lean off screen. That's what I'm told I do when I lean off screen. Alright, so yeah. Alright, here's another transition. To the mountains. Yeah. Alright. So, I'll be honest, the reason I'm doing this is because, like, one of the big reasons that I'm doing this is because, I'm going to have the art stretch all the way across the bottom of the screen. And so, like, one of the goals is just to have the art stretch all the way across the bottom of the screen, but then another part of that goal is, did I, like, change the color of the ground or something? Or is that always, has the mountain always looked like that? Maybe the mountain always just looks like that. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm gonna stretch the art across the entire bottom of the screen. And the cool thing about that is that then it'll be kind of like, it'll kind of be like when I'm in face cam, where, I'm like kaiju, I am giant monster over landscape. I mean, that's not literally why I'm doing it, but, it does amuse me. That part I do find terribly amusing. So, yeah. Anyways, here we are on an exciting adventure. No, the actual reason I wanted to stretch across the bottom of the screen is just because I'm not even 100%. Oh, this is one of the transitions I was concerned about, but it looks okay actually. I was worried that if I hadn't done that change that I made to the mountain, how the mountain stretched, probably would have looked weird. But yeah, because I made that change, I think that transition was actually pretty okay. And so one of the cool things, so another cool thing about the wider screen resolution is that I can make longer transitions now. I mean, I always could have made longer transitions, but I mean, using the way that I have the transition text set up, I can make longer transitions. So, I think I just forgot to save one of the there are 2 layers of snow, and I think I just forgot to save one of them to be longer, because it looks like it's just losing a bit, or maybe both of them. Yeah, there are gaps where there's no snow. What is that about? What on earth is that about? So maybe I just forgot to update both of them or something. No, I definitely redid those. So maybe that might be that might be somewhere in the script. I might have just hypothetically I could have what if if I'm just blitting from the wrong subregion. Yeah, no, that would totally explain it. Yeah, and I do subregion blit those, so that would explain it. I will have to go look that up at some point. I can do that now because we started in the snow, and so we've seen all of this part already. So I don't have to be paying super close attention here. Yeah, because I remember because I was using the lasso tool and making the snow all better and stuff that way. So I don't think it's the art that I messed up. I think it'd have to be the script for this part. All right, so yeah, let's see what in the script might be causing that. That would be down in this region. Excuse me. So yeah, the part with not with the equipments. Oh, that's where we do the character. So it'd be where's the part where we do the near foreground layer? Yes. So wait, is that right? The near foreground? Yeah. The near foreground. So yeah. Oh wait. G-width. We're using G-width here. I'm pretty sure this is I mean, this is the part where we built the snow. So let me just double check that the snow files aren't correct. I can't think of any reason why they wouldn't be. Unless I just forgot to save them or something dumb like that. What is it? Snow near foreground and foregrounds. Yeah, I have to open them one at a time. One at a time. Come on, what did you do? Alright, open with paint on it. Oops. What? It's only 1600. What? I already did these ones. So, alright, so I guess on the good news column it's not the script, but I did these. I totally did these. And it just didn't save or something? That's lame. Oh, maybe I accidentally put them in the wrong folder. Maybe I accidentally saved them in the other backgrounds folder? I don't know if that's realistic. I hope it's true though. Snow. It is event time. Paint.net. No. What the heck? I totally did these. I swear I did these. I was very... how did... Whatever. Did I just save them in a weird place? No, I swear I did them. I totally did them. Not even joking. There were witnesses here who could probably attest to the fact that I did them. But, yeah, whatever. They're easy enough. I can just do them again. So... Yeah, well, that's good, because this is, like, the only thing I was really noticing in terms of, like, art that'd be weird. Like, we haven't gone to the cave yet, or we haven't transitioned into the cave. Oh, we haven't transitioned into the cave, so I'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully when we get to the mountains, we'll, transition into the cave from there. Excuse me. Sorry. Alright. Fine, I'll just do this. It's weirding me out, like, where on earth did those files go? Because I swear I did these and I saved them on everything, so... what happened to those things that I saved and everything? The world may never know. Alright, open these. Oops, opened one of them twice. I swear I saved them somewhere. Where on earth could they have possibly gone? Did I save over, like, one of the transitions or something? That wouldn't make sense. Wait, file, open, background, snow, transitions to the river? Did I save over these backs? No, that wouldn't make sense. These are the correct dimensions, but these ones are the ones that fade out, and they do fade out. Right? They both fade out correctly, yeah. Alright, whatever. I don't care what happened to the other ones. I'll just do it again. Because I know I can... Oh, I know what I did! Probably. I know what I did. Probably? No. Yes! No, I know what I did! I didn't export them! Yes! I just, totally. I fixed them in the layers file, and then I never exported them. That was what happened there. Oh, cool. We're in the mountain, so hopefully we'll go to the, hopefully we'll go to the cave next, and hopefully I'll be paying attention when we do. So first, for foreground snow. That would be this one, expand canvas, save, yes. And then the near foreground. So select all, copy, paste, expand canvas, save, yes, good. Alright, so we should be good now, hopefully, probably. We'll find out. Let's go back to the art. Alright, come on, cave transition. Come on, cave transition. Well, actually, I guess either transition would be helpful, because hopefully, because I saved those soon enough, then when we transition into the snow, it should pick up the new art, because it loads that stuff. And stuff. Because it just does. I don't know. And then, so yeah, okay, so we are going to go to snow. And hopefully the snow will be fixed now. And then I'll just restart the script and cheat it so that it goes to, so far so good. Got some snow going on. I can just cheat it so that it goes to the cave. Are there... Oh, maybe I didn't restart the script in time. Or maybe I didn't save the, I think I didn't save the art soon enough. It must have already loaded it into memory before. Because, yeah, no, there are definitely still gaps in that. Alright, so I'm going to restart the script, because we're not in the middle of an event or anything. Alright, so, close that, and then, excuse me, I'm sorry. I should turn off the microphone when that happens, because that's not pleasant. Alright, so I have my cheats. I will cheat it so that we start in the mountains, and we transition to the cave. Because I want to see the transition into the cave and the transition out of the cave, ideally. So, mountains, mountains and cave. Save that. All right, I'm just going to test this real quick, so I'm not going to wait for the script to rerun, so it might not introduce the characters. Oh, but hey, look at all those characters. That seems like a pretty good number of characters. Pretty good. All right, so derp derp. Let's go. Let's go cave. Let's go spelunking. Yeah, so the oh, well, yeah, I mean, since this is all working now, since this is mostly working, it's just going to take a second. I'm going to, yay, transition to cave. Seemed to work. So far. Let's see if it continues to work. Oh, an ugly seam? I'm not seeing any ugly seams, so that's also good. Because there definitely would have been one. There would have been some really ugly seams. And I think there were up until today, when I fixed some of that stuff earlier. Excuse me. All right, so so now, in just a moment, we will transition out into, I don't know, we could go to the river, we could go to the forest. I guess we'll find out. Excuse me, we'll find out in just a moment. It's 4:37 right now. I started streaming at like 10:30 today, so that means I've been streaming for like 6 hours. Just I like to keep tabs on that thing, on that sort of thing. So, all right. So yeah, you can kind of see the treetops coming in, and they actually show up too soon, but whatever. It's better than not showing up soon enough, because they do sufficiently cover everything up. Cool. I was like craning my neck, craning my head a little bit to like see if I could see around the corner, but nope, that's not how 2D graphics work. That's not how 2D monitors work. All right, so cool. I'm pleased with that. So one thing I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna switch over to face cam for a second, because yeah, no, the cool thing is now I can go what is this, journey. I can say preset cropping and edit scene. Oh, edit scene, and then wait a second. Reset size. Huh. It doesn't seem to recognize that it's bigger now. That's weird. Oh, maybe. Huh. It doesn't. Oh, there we go. Okay. I just need to get kicked in the butt, I guess, before it realized that it was actually bigger now. And now it fits cleanly across the bottom of the screen. Hey, look at that. I'm going to make the screen look weird for a second, because I'm going to do the same thing for this screen layout. So, sorry. But this also should go pretty fast. Oh, whoops, I have the wrong thing selected. So, oh, I never had the cropping weird on that one. That's funny, because there's definitely like stuff that popped into the existence. Anyways, position size, reset size. No, it's gonna be weird and not recognize that the size changed. So subregion, y'all. Positions or properties. Not subregion. Okay. Sorry, this looks crazy, I'm sure. But, hey, there we go. Cool. Now I don't have to have that as big anymore. Alright, cool. Now I'm kaiju. Oh yeah, and then sorry. No, I'll do the rest of it later. I don't have to do the rest of it right now. I'm just gonna make it so that like my arms, like so that it actually uses more of the camera, so that my arm's not cut off. But okay. I'm psyched. I'm psyched that worked better than I expected. That was like relatively smooth, actually. I Yeah, I don't know. Cool. So, sorry, just one second. I'm gonna turn off the microphone, but just for one second, I'm not actually going anywhere. Sorry. Pardon the delay. All right. I was cursed with a delicious thumb. Joris is all. It's not my it's not my fault. I didn't choose this life. All right. So that's probably fine. Oh, I should probably put the animation speed back to normal, huh? That'd be nice, right? Be a nice change of pace. Get it? Pace, pace, change. All right. Sorry. Uh, I don't know. I don't have an explanation. Uh, sorry. I'm gonna mute the microphone for 1 second more. I'm not going anywhere. Oh, I didn't really lean off camera for that one. That was just me making like that terrible hacky cough, but not doing it with the microphone on. All right. Yeah. So, all right. I'm gonna bring down the script for just a moment. Just sometimes if I bring the script up too fast, it doesn't refresh the character list. So I'm gonna leave it down for a moment. I've reset the. Oh, I'll reset the. I'll get rid of that cheat and deactivate this cheat as well. And whoops. I keep almost knocking. Keep almost knocking my tablet off the table, and that would not be. I would not be happy about that. Like my expensive tablet, my mobile device tablet. That would. I mean, I wouldn't like to lose either of my tablets, but honestly, if I had to choose between one of them, I would break the $50 tablet rather than the several $100 tablet. Yeah. So events, I guess. I've had this thing open all day, so like hypothetically, it should have all seeped into my brain by now, and I should be like just. Yeah, that was the other thing. Like it was occurring to me, like I get really like it takes me so long to make events. The only thing it takes me more like a greater undue amount of time. Hey, not mouse, how's it going? Welcome. I don't have a moon today. I do have lava, if that counts for anything. I have like this giant like I have a I don't know. It's pretty cool. Your mic's off. My mic was off for a second. It's not off right now. Your audio might be off. Do you ever get that thing where do you ever get that thing where like you load a Twitch page and it doesn't give you audio for the page just for whatever reason, and you have to like hit refresh? I get that sometimes, and it's hard to tell. Like when I'm checking out new streams, like if a new stream is completely silent, like I'll be like, and sometimes I'll just hit refresh just to see if it was the audio bug. And no, sometimes it's just that like I don't know. Some people just don't make noise on their streams, which to me is the weirdest thing in the world. But to some people, I guess, is how they do it. I won't judge. And yeah. So I probably should have told him in chat that it was his audio thing and not my audio thing, but he'll figure it out, or he or she will figure it out. So yeah, I spend an undue amount of time on environments, and the only thing I spend a greater undue amount of time on, not a greater amount of time, but like a less due amount of time, a more undue amount of time, is events. I like agonize over them. They're like several sentences long, and it takes me like forever. I mean, in some ways, it'd be a little easier if they were longer than just like several sentences. But like, I don't want them to be wordy. I don't want them to be like. Maybe I should just treat them as if they were longer, and then like pare them down from there or something. I don't know. I'm not a very practiced writer, I guess. All right, so yeah, so some of these I keep reading them and like they still don't make any sense. I mean like for I think it'd be neat if like if one of the events took place in like a slightly surreal sort of like dream world sort of environment. And maybe I don't have to explain it. Maybe the hang up is that I keep trying to explain it. Maybe it's like maybe I should just literally go what is rant? Is rant like a real thing, or are you just suggesting that I rant? Because I can super rant, but is that like a because the fact that you capitalized it makes me think like maybe it's a like some tool for like a writing tool or something. Which if I was gonna make a writing tool, I would totally call it rant. That was brilliant. I um so yeah, so maybe it should just be like oh yeah no I know it'll be that it won't explain up front like that this is clearly a dream except for the fact that it'll be completely surreal, and then the outcome like the negative outcome will be you wake up or something. Although I guess that doesn't really explain why it's a shared hallucination. Because it's well, I don't know if I necessarily have to. Yeah, not mouse. After you said your mic is off, I explained that it was on your end and it wasn't on my end, but it wasn't until after I explained it that I realized that I explained it through audio, and you probably wouldn't have heard any of that. Yeah, Twitch does that sometimes. Like sometimes you load up a stream and it just doesn't have audio, or like Twitch doesn't play the audio for it. But I don't know. Twitch is mostly good. I mean, it's really impressive what Twitch is, and then they just have like a few, a few little things here or there. All right, so I'm gonna rerun the script now, and it should be back to mostly normal. Oh, seriously? What is rant? That sounds exciting. I'm gonna have to check that out at some point. I'm gonna add that to my list of things to check out. Because a writing tool called Rant, that's that I'm sold. I don't need. It doesn't need to be good because frankly, I'm already convinced. I'm already convinced I need it. Uh, so I I should I should get rid of my secret control panel. I should just get rid of it. Sorry, that's neither here nor there. All right. Okay. So it's a hallucination or a dream. So you can do literally anything. So like it should be very wish fulfillment sort of things. I try and make some of the events like a little bit like just easy, just easy fun. Like King Day or like the Meadow or the treasures. Some of them are just like rewards unto themselves, I guess. Which is, I mean, like I don't have like there's only one metric in this game. Like there's only the experience system. So like that's like kind of how you find treasure is like you get experience for having found treasure. Uh, so so yeah, what do you do in what do you do in the dream? Well, I guess maybe I should. Excuse me. Yeah, okay, so because like the dreams and wish fulfillment is so open ended, maybe I should choose the event type first. And actually, because I have that much flexibility, maybe I should just keep this one in my pocket. Keep this one in my pocket. Come back to it when I need it. You know what I kind of want to add in is more event type 0, because I only have one event type 0. The new event type 0 is like the treason, or like is that what I might have actually left it called treason, but the one where the queen finds a disturbing plot. What did I call that one? I don't remember. Betrayal. Yeah. That's the only event type 0, and I kind of like event type 0 conceptually. So I should find more excuses to add it in. Sorry, I'm just gonna what am I gonna do? I'm just trying to, yeah, hold on, I'm just gonna make my OBS like slightly bigger for a second. Name tags, how far do the name tags come up? Not very far. Okay. Oh, actually, okay. Yeah, it was like I wasn't sure if this would be a good place for my face. Like once I made the graphics stretch all the way across the bottom of the screen, because I wasn't sure if like name tags would be like derp derp derp. But it seems okay so far. They kind of just like graze up in this direction. They're just kind of like yeah. Anyways, not important, but just something I had to check for my own curiosity. Um, yeah. So, what would be another event type 0? I could use more writing prompts if I need it, but I don't want to use it yet. So event type 0 gambles. Event type 0 is supposed to be a gamble, which is right. I even have that on this list here. So what's just another gamble? Like what's this situation where you have to make a snap decision and well, okay, so I guess these are kind of like uncovering some truth. Event type event type 0 the event type the old event type 0, the new event type 1 is more about like anything could happen, but yeah, no, I guess the new event type 0 could be. Sorry, I'm just like fiddling with my shoe. Don't mind me. I'm still here. I'm not actually going anywhere. Um, yeah, I guess the new event type 0 could be like that as well. The thing is, there's only one correct answer. There's always exactly one correct answer, which is why it would work really well for truth, for like uncovering some truths. So like the betrayal, for example. So like, what's another situation where, so like maybe you find a map or something, uh, or maybe you find a clue of some sort, but like half of it's like cut off, and oh, uh, um, yeah, got you, got your back, not mass. Next time I'll remember to say it in to actually type it out. Um, so yeah, I'm imagining like you find like a, or maybe there's like a, what? What's the situation where I'm just picturing like you're lost somewhere, and like there's a sign that says like, you know, something. The sign says like, it has to say like half of something, but then like, I don't know. Yeah, no, I guess, well, like, so I guess there doesn't have to be a sign. Basically, just like you're lost and like there's like a fork in the road or something. No, does that really make sense? Not really, because then you kind of have to like, then there's the impression that like the group splits up, which doesn't really make sense with the rest of the game. So I don't know. I'll keep that in mind, but I yeah, I also want to reinforce it. Like part of the thing that I don't know. I always thought like part of the reason that it took me so long to write the first set of events is because oh oh yeah, that's the other thing. When I work on events, I ask myself a lot of rhetorical questions, and I'm sorry because I actually don't take suggestions. So I probably won't be reading chat for a while because yeah, I forgot about this. This is why this is I kind of maybe this is why the game doesn't have more events, is because it's really hard for me to or it's just really difficult to write events because when I ask rhetorical questions it sounds like I'm asking questions, and so I feel bad too because like I basically just have to zone out of chat. I just have to like not pay attention. Oh, I noticed there someone voiced a suggestion. I'm just gonna rinse the suggestion in chat. It's nothing personal. I just uh all right, so I'm going to tune out of chat a little bit. I'm sorry. I will be checking in on it intermittently. I just because of the rhetorical questions. I know it's just not fair for me to be asking rhetorical questions and then constantly policing for suggestions. So I just yeah, no, I just have to tune out. Sorry. Um so I'm gonna use the no, was gonna say I was gonna look at more writing prompts, but no, I think that would like yield diminishing returns. Like the last time I checked it definitely was yielding diminishing returns. So like, um, yeah, I should just not be as like, I should just write these faster. Like I shouldn't be as concerned about the super particularities. So like an unfair baron, for example, what's the unfair baron doing? The unfair baron is has a what's like a challenge that we haven't faced yet. Well, all right. So a baron's like what the heck is a baron? I mean, this character might not be a baron, but it's like a baron is like in charge of a barony. That's what I think of when I think of baron? Uh, a lord, yeah, basically just like yeah. All right. Uh, property from the sovereign. Oh, from a powerful overlord. Interesting. All right. So, uh, what would be the crime of an unfair baron? I guess I could ah. I mean, this is kind of like actually when I first thought of it, it's probably not a coincidence that I jotted down right after single person with a single problem because like I was kind of picturing it that way. But no, it doesn't have to be that way. I was probably picturing it that way because I had just come from that direction. An unfair baron could be doing any number of things. Uh, I wonder. I wonder if there's like some uh, historical controversy I could reference. Hey, it's one time. Baron. I don't know what to type in a search name. It's like, unfair. No, what am I actually trying to look up? Like what, like how would like, hypothetically if a baron mistreated someone, how would they have mistreated someone? Is I guess what I'm not sure. So maybe I should, this would probably be easier if I had like a stronger sense of like history or politics or something like that. So maybe I should just like stick to what I know. Um, so like, what's something that an unfair? It doesn't have to be a baron. What's like something that an unfair person with power might do? They might try to. Well, like something oppressive, I guess, is like what kind of what I was thinking along those lines. So, I guess I'm so bad at this. I should probably work on something. I should probably work on something more material, or like something that'll actually materialize. That's what I mean by that. Yeah, I'll just keep this in the back of my mind. Oh, dispute between two parties. I was gonna say that might be a good one for an event type 0, like the new gamble. But for one thing, it's too close to the other event type 0, and for another thing, it's oh, I know what I should be working on. I mean, technically, I should be working on character art, but I know what else I should be working on. That's not character art, so I'll work on that instead, because this probably is. I don't know. I don't know how to make better. I don't like. I know like making events is something that I need to do, but I think maybe I should just do it off stream. Maybe I should just make events off stream, because it's probably not that interesting to watch, and the whole rhetorical questions, like asking questions to myself, sort of thing, is probably really annoying for everyone. So, yeah, I'll come back to that someday, perhaps. But no, I know what I should be doing. I should be implementing. Well, hold on, let me see. I'm just gonna check out my backlog. I'm pretty sure I put it. The important thing. I'm pretty sure I have it on my backlog, which is I'm pretty sure I Uh, okay, now my internet is apparently not. Well, my streaming bandwidth is fine. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, so something that I hadn't thought about in a while, but came up last week, and I'm pumped about it, is there's the potential to have like an actual GM, specifically one who will like actually not just slack off all the time like I tend to do, and like actually administer the game. So there's a lot involved with. Oh, I did these things. Yay! Look at that. I did these things. I'm gonna move them to the done pile. Oh, I should switch over to whatever that program is that is meant for stuff like this. Uh, Next. I'm pretty sure I added in next. I'm gonna move that to the done file. So don't call out lurkers. I could do that. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I've been thinking of ways to make it easier to show name tags on screen, or like to make sure that name tags show on screen at the appropriate times, and like that they all show correctly and all that good stuff. And if I had the option for lurkers, then yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I was thinking maybe that, but maybe not. I don't know. I'll come back to that. No, it was the crowning a GM thing that I find more important. But this actually implies a lot of changes, like a lot of changes. So I think I'll start embarking on those probably. All right. So yeah, this will be fun. I need to make it so that well, okay, so first things first, I'll crown a GM. I'll make it so that I can crown a GM. So GM, there's only one GM at any given time. GM name, I guess. Equals nothing for starters. And oh, sorry. So, it'd be nice if I could keep capitalization. Like, I don't keep capitalization. Oh, huh. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I can keep capitalization because right, like when Trusty Bard talks, there's like uppercase letters in what he says, which is weird because like IRC, I don't know. Maybe it's just usernames that IRC rinses the capitalization from. But all right, so yeah, it'd be nice if like when Trusty Bard talks to the GM, it'd be nice if Trusty Bard would capitalize their names correctly. So, excuse me, sorry. So I kind of want to keep track of the GM's name, like, how do I want to do this? Like, I could just like keep track of the display name versus the name. Should be a little simpler, I guess. All right. Yeah, let's huh. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know how taxing this is going to be cuz basically like in order to recognize commands from the game master, I'll need to start parsing like basically all of chat. Like everything that's said in chat, I have to parse just in case it might be the GM issuing a command. So like that's fine, but Yeah, so this topic came up. It was either Thursday or Friday. It was probably Friday, and I spent the weekend kind of like mulling it over. I didn't like hash out like exactly like all of the details 100%, obviously, as I'm still thinking it over. But the yeah, I have like the gist. Oh well, so for one thing, this is a weird place to just randomly put this variable. Uh, so I'm gonna put it someplace else. I mean, it's not like there's a better place necessarily. Yeah, actually, whatever. I'll just put it down here, I guess. This is equally arbitrary, but whatever. Uh, so I guess yeah, I'll just have like GM name and GM display name. Is that gonna work? Yeah, no, that can work. Uh, uh, because the way I crown a GM, I'll just use the display name to crown the GM, and it can interpret the GM's name from the display name. The GM's name is basically just like the lowercase version of the display name, because that's how like IRC, or like that's how like if we look over here, these messages over here are like uh this is like how our IRC talks to us basically. So like for example, I don't know. People haven't been saying much lately, but like basically this is like you can see. Oh yeah, okay. So like this is Jorisk. Oh, that was the thing I rinsed out of chat, so I don't use that as an example. But like, yeah. Anyways, all right. I'll start plugging this in. I mean, the command on my end is fairly straightforward. I just have this. This else if or if else if thing for commands that I might enter, and so I just need to add in, for starters, I just need to add in a new one to handle oops. Well, stop indenting so weirdly, you weird thing. Stop indenting so weirdly, you weird thing. Ah. I don't know what that was about. Alright, elif if com lines index 0 equals crown, right? I think I started to type this out the other day and then realized that the whole idea needed a little more time to cook. But yeah, so yeah, right. So if com line 0 equals crown, then yeah, I mean this is pretty straightforward. We just say so like uh, uh, yeah, how does this work? Sorry. What are the other? Oh yeah, the naming commands. Yeah, I guess those. Well, no, when I change a character's name, it changes the character's name in game too. Or like it changes. It doesn't just change their. So one of the things that this does. So these are my other commands, and one of the, like the name command doesn't just save out the character's new name. It actually changes. It's supposed to change their name in the game as the game runs. Am I not doing that? Because I kind of meant to do that. Huh. Maybe I did I really just forget to look that up, or like wait. Pedict. Oh. Pedict. Wow. I don't understand how you have to use like how some stuff has to be global and some stuff doesn't. I just don't understand that, because like I started referencing like pedict and like I don't know, it just worked. Whereas like I don't understand what global means or like how it works, what necessitates it. Anyways, yeah. So I guess Oh yeah, one thing I was thinking of doing is for when I crown a GM is to is to give their character like a little crown in the game, which I might do. And if I do that, I'll have to do that a little bit later. Uh, I should just start with the basics, which is so then yeah, I mean I guess so GM name equals com uh, lines 2 or com lines 1, yeah, and or no, excuse me, GM name equals com lines 1 dot lower. Is that how that works? I forget. Let me see. I know I use lower other places. I don't. Yeah, that seems to be how I use it. So, all right. Are you annoyed that you're just annoyed that it's never used? I should specify that this is global, probably. Global. GM name and global. GM display. Name. Thanks for not indenting normally. Whatever that was about. Alright, yeah. What are you complaining about now? Oh, com lines, plural. There we go. Alright, so GM display name equals, excuse me, equals, oh, yeah. Actually, before I do this, well, alright, GM display name equals com lines 1. Yeah, so I do need a way to relinquish, to like basically uncrown a GM. Like when for example, if that player leaves, or for whatever reason, it would not be continuing as GM. Like if the stream was ending. Well, no, I guess if the stream was ending, I would just bring down the script. But all right, I will. So I'll first, before I do that, I'll say if com lines, if excuse me, if the length of com lines equals 2, then we'll do this, because that's the case wherein a name was input and the new excuse me, the new GM is the name that was input. So if len or I guess this would be elif len com lines equal 1, then this is the case where we're rinsing it, so we can just clear it out at this point. So yeah, so both of these things will just get cleared out, basically. GM name equals nothing. GM display name equals nothing. There's more that I have to do than this. For example, I should just have like a Boolean value for like whether this mode is active or not, because there's a lot that's going to change depending on whether this mode is active or not. So GM active equals, well, yeah, so it starts as false, and yeah. So when we're making these, when we're processing this command, the case where there were 2 lines is when but yeah. So global gm active right gm active equals true, and then this is the case where gm active equals false. Oops, capital F false. And then so what are the ramifications of this mode? Well, okay, so actually one thing that happens when there is no GM is what? We have to... Yeah, we should just reset the event timer, but not to like the full number. I'll just reinitialize it kind of like we do on start. So it'll be like, it won't happen immediately, but it won't wait its full duration either. Event time, yeah, sure. I should probably start keeping track of these things a little more scrupulously. Probably. And yet, I don't know. So, global event time, I guess. Whoops. What are you doing? What are you doing? Wow. This editor has some interesting ideas about where to go when. Event time. Alright, yeah. Oh, and also, the other one. Because there's not just event time anymore. There's also, what's the other one? There's 2 of them. There's event time and there's away event time. Yeah. So, sure, why not? Yeah, and so the reason that we're setting the timer here is because, excuse me, yeah, when there is a GM, like an active GM, like in real life, like a human GM, then the automated system is temporarily suspended. So we'll just reinitialize it once that GM leaves. Yeah. Alright, so this is only one of the cases though when a GM leaves. Or when a GM, because this is when like I take the crown back, but then there are 2 other situations wherein a GM can leave, where if they literally leave, so if they leave the game, and by that I mean leave the channel, then yeah, I guess we should handle that, right? Because why not? So it's gonna be similar to this. Copy that. The part message. So let's look at, where is part? Yeah, here we are. So part. Wait, this is all we do on part message? Oh, Q, yeah, the QDict. Yeah, right, okay. So, I guess, yeah, sure. Okay. Oh, whoa. Yeah, a GM can leave during the middle of their event, hypothetically. So, what happens then? Uh, that's a good question. Sorry, I'm gonna mute the microphone for a second. I'm not actually going anywhere there. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. So yeah, what happens if a GM leaves during their event? They have like an active event and then they just leave. I guess it just should probably go into like autopilot. Oh, but GM events don't have event type specified up front. So that's weird. I don't know how that works exactly. I'll have to figure that out. I mean, hopefully it won't happen very often. Hopefully GMs, but like if someone like loses internet connection while they're hmm, interesting. We'll have to figure that out. It might just have to get canceled. The event might just have to get canceled, I guess. And hopefully, if the GM comes back, then it can be continued on and such. All right, so uh, all right, so I won't worry about that just yet. First, I'll worry about right. So when the player leaves, I guess I shouldn't wait. Yeah, no, I shouldn't wait for. Oh yeah, right. I can't wait for Q tips. I have to literally. Yeah, I have to check it up front. So I have to say, uh, "Hey, Kitty loves robot. Hey, how's it going? Welcome." Uh, uh, so when a player leaves, we check if their name is the so if name equals GM name, then we do the same thing as we did. Whoops. We do the same thing as we did before. Where did that S come from? I don't know where that came from. We do yes. We basically just I think we're gonna want to do something else here as well. Like I think Trusty Bard wants to say something here possibly, or like I think so like when a yeah okay so when a GM gets crowned, Trusty Bard should say something, uh, like hail so and so, uh, our fearless GM or whatever, uh, and then I think Trusty Bard should say something different depending on whether uh, a GM. Oh wow, I should probably start like a queue system for Trusty Bard because right now if Trusty Bard tries to talk too fast, like if he tries to say two things in rapid sequence, one of them just gets forgotten. But I think at this point I should probably be a little smarter about how I do that. So that way, if Trusty Bard gets tongue tied, uh, then he can remember what he's trying to say and he can spit it out eventually. Which I think should be fairly straightforward. I think. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see how this works. I guess. So say where's say? Say is not as high as this. Say is down here. Yeah. So right in the case that excuse me. Yeah, right. Okay. Say max count. So we actually would just want to say, or excuse me. In this case, this is the case where we want to queue something up to be said. So I should probably just add like a say queue, like a queue, like a list of things that need to be said. Um, hopefully that I mean, like with the GM system, we need like new. We need the trusted bard will actually have to talk fairly often, uh, with the GM system, and it'll depend on how fast the GM is issuing commands. Uh, but hopefully we won't add so many that this queue ever gets like especially long. Like it should never. It's basically just so that like if two important messages happen to come at the same time, that he'll take a moment and say them at a reasonable pace. Like that's basically all we really need this for. Say. How do I use say? Say. Yeah. All right. That might not be literally the only case. Let me look. So if global time. Oh, global time. Oh, interesting. Gosh, I think global time is a vestige of a much simpler game. Like I think global time made way more sense when the game was way simpler. And I think at this point it probably doesn't make nearly as much time anymore. I think oh. Oh no, that's just for oh yeah. No, super simple. Because it was literally only for the initiative bonus was the only thing that could ever happen at like a strange time. So oh, that's funny. Alright, so I need to change how this works. Global time. Well, for one thing, I could take this out because initiative bonus isn't actually a thing anymore. uh, I won't rip it out yet, just in case I ever want to bring it back. Chat hasn't gone into slow mode in a very long time, so I don't know. We could bring it back hypothetically at some point if we wanted to. I don't know. But yeah, for now I'll just leave it. Alright, so if say count is exceeded or I kind of do want to use global time. I'll just ignore global time and do something similar. So basically we'll have so we need say Q and we need say cooldown or say time, I guess. Yeah. So and say Q, how's say Q going to work? I guess it gets filled up. Oh. Well. I was gonna say it gets filled up here, but I guess actually like say Q, like the say Q does we don't it doesn't it's not like we I was gonna like we could my initial thought was like we could use the say Q for when we get tongue tied, but I guess hypothetically there's no reason we couldn't just use the say Q all the time. Like in order for something to get said, we could just add it to the say Q. And that might be simpler, because then we would only have to process speech at intervals. So basically, instead of so right now, in any instance that we would say something, we could instead just add something to the say queue, and then at like even intervals, we could check the say queue to see if there's anything in it. That might be simpler actually, because then we don't need like the say count or anything. Like it would all just be automatically measured. So that would be kind of nice. Yeah, I think let's try that probably. All right. Yeah. So I actually don't need to change like anything here. I guess I just need to make it so what? Let's go down to frame time. So yeah, I'll do this first. Oh no, technically I should do it after the initialization of the event, because this is one situation where we say things. So should I do it last? Well, the last thing and the first thing in the frame are basically the same thing. So I guess it basically just doesn't matter. I guess. Yeah, it probably just doesn't matter. All right, so if len say q is greater than 0. Oops. If len say q, which is not a real thing yet, I'll have to make say q a real thing, is greater than 0, and say time is less than frame time. Say time is also not a real thing. So, yeah. All right. This is pretty simple. This will work, right? I assume this will work. I can't think of a reason why this wouldn't work. Oops. Let's put this. Actually, we can put it like right, basically near where we were working. Say q equals that, and then say time equals 0 for starters, because we can say, we can say the first thing whenever. Oh, and then say cooldown. Say cooldown equals what was I doing for the global cooldown, or whatever it was, like the global time. What was I using for global cooldown? 3 seconds. Yeah, that's reasonable. I don't think Trusty Bar doesn't need to talk it more than once every 3 seconds. I don't think. I hope not. Alright, so yes. So if this is all true, the first thing that we do is we say that well, technically the last thing that we do, but whatever. One of the things, the most important thing that we do is we say that say time equals frame time plus say cooldown. Because if we don't do that, our bot is going to get banned from chat, hypothetically, and we don't want that. Because it's an 8-hour perm ban sort of situation that you can't reverse. I mean, 8 hours, that's basically an entire day, and I don't want to lose an entire day to something as silly as that. Yeah, right. So the other thing that we should do, though, is we should say q dot pop 0, I think. Oh. Is it gonna be slightly, well, well, no, I guess it's not that weird if Trusty Bard's speech is slightly desynchronized from, oh, yeah. Well, okay, so this will only be happening when this will be only happening, the only time this can happen is in GM mode. So it shouldn't matter if Trusty Bard's speech is slightly delayed, because Trusty Bard is always responding to the GM's commands. So people should just be paying more attention to the GM, I think, in GM mode. I guess? I don't know. Because, I mean, I can worry about this more later. And if I need to, I can come up with, a priority queue for, the order in which Trusty Bard says things. But, I think for now, this is a fairly simple approach. He won't say more than 10 things every 30 seconds, which is good, because then he's not going to get banned from chat. I'll make sure. I guess I have to make sure his speech is like diversified, so he's not like spamming the same thing. So like if I give the GM a command, I mean there aren't many GM commands, but like I'll just have to make sure that Bard isn't too quippy or like too too brief in what he says. I don't know if that's actually a restriction, but for one thing, you'd get annoying if he didn't have a little if everything he said was like super boring. Oh, Joris, Kate, sorry, I missed the part where you said you were departing. Oh, and you said that a few minutes ago. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. You're probably gone already, but have a great life. Bye. um, all right. So yeah. Um, all right. I guess. Oh, so one important thing would be now to change. Is that really all I have to do? I guess so. uh, I guess. Yeah. No, I just have to change it so that places where we would say, we instead just append say q. Again, and this is like this is commented out, and I'm probably never gonna uncomment it, but whatever. So say q dot append that. I'll have to be careful to only put valid strings into the say queue, because otherwise I don't know what strangeness would arise from that. Oh yeah, also yeah, it's global say queue, I guess. Again, I should probably just figure out when I'm supposed to use global, but for now I'll just use it when I want to make sure that it's working correctly, I guess. Alright, where else are we saying stuff? Hold on, I don't need to be replacing stuff anymore. Let's just find say. Right, that's the definition for it. That is the one place that we are supposed to be using it. Say, okay, so say q dot append interstring, save that. Well, yeah, I was gonna say I don't really need to be doing this stuff except when I can just like regular say stuff when not in GM mode, but I'm gonna be reusing a bunch of this stuff for GM mode, so this is fine. Say q dot append. All right. That should be most of them. A couple more maybe. Say q dot append. Yes. Right, this one rarely ever happens, but it is still a thing. Say q dot append. Yes. All right, that should be all of them. All right. So I guess I could restart the script in the not too distant future to check that at base level works. What all right, so what next? I guess I should start changing how the game works, right? That'd be kind of an important one. Because for one thing, we don't care about any of the... Oh, did I? I don't think I actually put the part thing in. Did I put the part thing in? Yeah, no, I think I did. Hold on, let me double check. Because that's, I don't know, that's just an important one. Yeah, okay, I did put that one. Yeah. Alright, so the GM does technically have a way to get rid of the crown, if they need to. Alright, oh yeah, but right, I got into the whole say Q thing because I was thinking like Trusty Bard should say something in these cases. So yeah, I guess I should have Trusty Bard say something. The like so the importance of Trusty Bard saying things in relation to the GM is basically because like the trusty like I want to retain Trusty Bard as like the authoritative storyteller for like that's literally why his name is Trusty Bard because he's the authoritative storyteller for this game and I guess yeah so to do that I basically so even like when handing the reins to like another person I kind of want like Trusty Bard to like chime in just to indicate well so for one thing like it's the internet so of course there are going to be trolls and so of course people are going to like say like eventually someone's going to say something like annoying to like pretend like they're the GM but so yeah so basically I want like Trusty Bard to be like the verified like the how who is actually GM kind of and so that's why I need the display name correct so that Trusty Bard can say the character's say the character the player's name with the things that they say and all right so basically so when crowning a GM what do we want to say then so say global SAQ just in case potato hey how's it going third okay I don't know what that means global SAQ I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna mute the microphone for a second. I'll be right back. I'm not going anywhere. Sorry for the delay. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. So what is Trusty Bard going to say here? He's going to say so say q dot append oh yeah so it's gonna be all I don't know all hail name or GM display name oops GM plus GM display name so all hail no what is this how is this supposed to Hi Bill, how's it going? So no, Trusty Bard will say just not all hail, just hail. Uh, uh, hail game master. Game master. I don't know. This game's gonna have a really weird fourth wall, sort of, because like Trusty Bard is like at once a character in the game and the facilitator of the game, and so well, so maybe I shouldn't be so literal about like game master. Maybe it should be maybe it should just be like maybe I should come up with like another title. Maybe. Nah, it's too direct. It's too like on point. Hail Game Master. So and so. I am here to serve or something. I don't know. I'll want to come up with something like better. I'm here to assist. I should come up with like something better, but like that's like the gist. It's like this person's game master. Trusty Bard will help you. Uh, uh, it's kind of an important item, so I should like is this sufficiently like prominent? I'm doing all right. Potato. We accomplished cool stuff. We made the art stretch all the way across the stream, or all across the screen. Blah, blah, blah. We made the art stretch all the way across the screen earlier today, and it worked. Like, it took a while to come up with the art, but once we got it in, it like actually like fit, and like it seems to be working correctly, which is exciting. Oh, we're in the snow, right? Hold on. I don't think I ever actually verified that I got the snow working correctly. Is the snow working correctly, or is it still patchy in places? Uh, Sorry. I'm just, it looks okay, right? There's, because earlier, before I had fixed up the art, like I accidentally left holes in the snow. But it's looking pretty good at this point, so I feel like this is okay. Uh, I don't know. I could be wrong, but it seems pretty okay. Mostly pretty okay. All right. Yeah, I think we would have noticed something wrong with it by now. All right, I'll just assume that's good. Sorry. And yeah, so that seems to be working. And so now we're going back to a feature that we talked about on Friday. We're going back to a feature that we talked about a long time ago, and it came up again on Friday, and I don't know. So it's basically the ability to let someone in chat act as game master. So yeah, all right. Have fun, potato. Um, so yeah, hail game master, blah blah. I'm here to assist. That yeah. I don't know. I'll leave it like that for now, and I can just come back to it. Okay, so when a game master when a game master is like, if I manually set it so that there is no game master, I guess Trusty Bard should say something then too. Maybe possibly like before clearing the game master's name, in case we need to say the game master's name. Is there something? Well, so what did we say here? Maybe not even focus on the game master's name. Maybe just focus on Yeah, no, what do we say here? I guess something basic like hmm. No, I'm actually not certain. Well, I guess I don't know. So maybe so I'll just say thank you to the previous game master. So well uh hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I can always change this if I want to. Say Q append thank you GM display name oops, plus, I forgot the plus sign. Thank you GM display name and then I need to say something to indicate that like that person's not the GM anymore. But not to be like rude about it. I don't want to be like, that person's a jerk, stop paying attention to that person. I just so thank you well I guess so. Trusty Bard could say like, I will, I don't know. I will. I guess yeah. Trusty Bard will just indicate that he's taking over again, kind of. He or she, I suppose. I tend to think of Trusty Bard as a he. Uh, oh yeah, right. Because I think Bard actually is a gendered name. I think there is. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it is because I remember finding out the female term for a bard, like the term for a female bard, and it's awesome. It's way cooler than the word bard. Uh, I don't remember what it is though. Um, so thank you. Yeah. um, I will. I don't. It'd be cool. So my goal is at one point to be like a little more subtle than like literally just using the phrase game master, but I don't know. I probably shouldn't worry about subtlety at this point. Hey, sort of. Yeah, sort of. Not really. Like this is the project that we're working on. You can kind of see it's like happening all across the bottom of the screen there. So like, I guess technically, like what I'm working on is a game, and the game does use a bot, but like, I don't know. Yes, that's technically true. All right, I'll stop answering that question by saying yes, that's technically true. What am I? Okay, so thank you so and so. I will. I don't want him literally to say like I'll take over being GM or like I don't know because it's kind of weird what Trusty Bard's role is exactly. Uh, thank you so and so. Uh, so uh, so the one thing that I'm intentionally avoiding is saying anything too complimentary because hypothetically like the time I'm using this command is when the GM needs to not be GM anymore, which you know, for example, that could happen in a situation where the GM does not deserve to be thanked for 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 their duty, and I like I'll say thank you regardless because that's at least just polite, but I shouldn't I shouldn't be complimentary. Technically, well, hey, how's it going? Welcome. Uh, whatever. I'm getting way too hung up on this. So thank you, so and so. I will uh, 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 oh no, I'm just like drawing a complete blank. Um, all right, so Trusty Bard, Trusty Bard is taking back the crown for whatever reason. I I mean, literally, this is the message that said, like, the function of this message is stop paying attention to the former GM. And this is a message to, like, all the players. This is a message to the players saying stop paying attention to the former GM because that person is not the GM anymore. So that's really the only thing that I have to convey in this statement. But I don't know. I guess, like, ideally, I would say it in a way that is, like, at least relatively polite and, and like slightly like multi-purpose, like something that regardless of like the scenario could be like an appropriate thing to say. Uh, 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 well, yeah, whatever. I'll take the lead. I'll take the lead now. Thank you, so and so. I will take the lead now. Is what Trusty Bard says. I don't care. That's fine. And okay, so yeah, right. So So the reason that I like those messages, sure, fine, good, whatever. Um, the important message actually though is on the part. So let's go back to part. Yeah, I actually trusty part doesn't even need to speak in those occasions. Ugh. I know I just spent like a dumb amount of time like coming up with what trusty bard would say in those occasions, but yeah, no, it's probably good that he has those things to say. But the thing is, like, those are the situations where inputting the command, so it would work as about as well for me to just in those cases to just say it over the stream as well. So I don't know. I might even take those out. But, no, this is the important one. This is the one where this is one where the GM just disappears. So oh yeah. So because the other thing that I have to do is I have to say, like, if the event is active, then I have to deactivate the event. So I'll just oh yeah, how do I do the event concluded thing? Whatever I do to if conclude event, yeah. So yeah, okay. So I'll just trigger this somehow. Basically the same thing that I usually do. Oh, except no, I won't say it separately. Okay, well, so all right. So huh. Weird. Yes, this is Python that we're working in. Hey, respected controllers, how's it going? Oh, some dude, if you, wait, is that, what is the current event? I wasn't even paying attention. Oh. Are you, are you saying, are you trying to take the crown, some dude? Eat a fart. No, excuse me, but, um, whatever, sorry. I some dude you asked what I was working on and I told you it's literally the game that's on screen right now. But anyways. um sorry. Pardon. All right. So yeah, I guess in the case that we have to conclude an event early, it's actually fairly straightforward. We basically just all we do is we just say event off, or like event on equals false, and we say cur ev live equals false. We might not even need to say this. Like this part might not even be necessary. Well, no, I think it is pertinent. Lessons. I have like the stream is the whole point. So you're welcome to continue watching. You're welcome to ask oh, for money. You probably don't want lessons from me. For money. Tell you what, stick around and get some of the free lessons, and then if you still like that idea, then we can talk. But right now I stream, and like the point of the stream is to be educational. So please do ask questions when you have them. Oh, you know what I just remembered is I put the action tags at like weird places, and like I never really bothered to check if I liked where they were located. Well, for one thing, they're all like really clumpy now, so I should probably spread them out a little bit. For one thing, and yeah. Other than that, I think they're pretty okay. Like in terms of height, I could put them down. I could drop them down well, I was gonna say I could drop them down a short distance, but nah, I think I kind of like them. Oh yeah, that was the thing I was gonna do. I was gonna make it so that there are only 3 of them, and that they're all spread out, right? So they don't have to be as tall. So yeah, let's do that actually. Sorry, this will only take a second. I was just reminded of it because the action tags have been sitting on screen for like a year now. So all right, yeah. Well, shoot, if you have questions, respect controllers, please feel free to ask. So, uh, what, right, oh yes, the positioning of these guys here. So for one thing, there'll only be three. Uh, and then, oops, that's page. The page up, page down keys are right next to my arrow keys, and yeah, I have fat fingers apparently. So this is height from top. This 160, I think. Height from top. Yeah, no, it has to be. Yeah, no, it has to be. Okay. So 160 is the correct number for all of them. Oh, this is the center of the tag, right? This is the, this is used as, Pygame model show. Oh, cool, yeah. Yeah, I'm using Pygame too. So, what doesn't it allow you to do? It doesn't allow you to import Pygame. Does it tell you that, like when you type in, like when you literally type in, import Pygame, it says like module not found or something like that? Thank you, technically well. Tom, hey, how's it going? Welcome. Uh, wait, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was changing the size of these things, or the positioning of these things. Oh yeah, and I was gonna check that axe slots. I'm pretty sure it blitzed from the center. I'm like nearly certain that it blitzed from the center. Oh, you know what just occurred to me is that, hmm, uh, I should probably put a hard limit on the length of action tags, because hypothetically, like if I appoint a GM, the GM could make really long action tags, like unfortunately long action tags, hypothetically. So what do I want to do about that? I could just impose a hard limit, because like even if these were like really long, like even if these were like 10 characters long, like this one's 8 characters long, even if these were like 15 characters long, I could probably still fit 3 of them across the screen. I mean, I could even do the math to check how many I could, because they're monospace, so yeah. Huh. Yeah, I could just stagger them. I could just keep them staggered, like keep them, because like the reason they're staggered right now is in case some of them are really long. Back when the screen width used to be a lot narrower, I I felt like and there were 4 of them too. I felt like I had to stagger them just in case they got longer. But now that they're all going to be on one line and spread out like that, mm, I could have like a backup position so that they only stagger if they need to. I don't know. For now, I think I'm just not going to worry about that. All right. So these action slots, I'm pretty sure they're used for the exact center of the text, right? Hey, we got a new follower. Respect Controller, welcome. Thank you for following. I appreciate you sharing your support. Thank you. I did also notice that this is like partially on screen when it's not. I didn't actually mean to leave it there. But oops. Okay. So all right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this axe slots thing. I'm pretty sure we blit from the exact center of this position. So in setting up these positions, I'll want to I think choose the center. I'm pretty sure. Let's find out. Act frame width. CX minus X frame. Oh no, it's Actually, maybe it just goes from the maybe it just goes from the corner. If that's true, I probably want to change it so that it lists from the center, so that way I can position it more easily. Do I like the staggered look? Do I like that they're like offset like that? Uh, no, no, I don't think I do. They just go too high. I don't, I don't, I don't want. I actually don't want to use this top half of the the graphics that we have here. In fact, I might want to just like cut them out entirely. Cut the top half off. Yeah. All right. It's convenient that no one's actually participating because the graphics are staying on screen and I'm able to pay closer attention to them. Version of Python. Actually, I don't remember, but it says it in my bio section. If you scroll down underneath the stream, it says it. Oh no, actually, I might have taken that part out. Sorry. Yeah, what version do I use? 2.7.6. Yeah, sorry. I was like, I know this one. I know this one. I just, yeah, I had it written in my bio section for a while, so I was lazy about it. Blit action text. I really blit from the offset. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, no, we do use the centers. Because we use the length of the string times font width divided by 2. Right. Okay. So it's CX minus offset. Yeah, good. Okay. So it is the centers. I usually set things up like that. I just wanted to make sure. So let's go back to here. And yeah, so the first one, I think I'm actually going to have it so that the first one is in the center of the screen. The second one will be on the far end of the screen, like on the other end of the screen. And then the last one will be like here. So that way, like one of them will appear like on my torso, but only if the other ones are the newest version of Python. The newest version of Python is like version 3 something, right? So I don't know. I use 2.7.6 because version 3 existed when I learned how to use Python, and like I was still recommended to use 2.7.6. So I don't know if that's just because it was too new at the time, but I know there are material differences. So like depending on what you're working on, there might be a oh hey Kip Early. Yeah, totally. Sorry, I was just saying about with Python. You. I know 2.7.6 works. I haven't had a reason that I needed to upgrade. I don't know exactly what are all the differences in the newer versions of Python. Yeah, so what we're working on right now is it's this game Side Quests that we see going up. I mean, actually, I call it Side Quest, but it actually takes place on the bottom of the screen. Sorry, just 1 second. I have to mute the mic. I'm not actually going anywhere. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Yeah, so Side Quest is it's a light adventure game. I've been describing it as it's like a light adventure game that plays during the stream, and yeah, you know, you guys, everyone seems particularly psyched about this event, so I'm just gonna conclude it. I hope you don't mind. Just because I don't know, what was that about? I have no clue, but yeah. Right, so yeah, no, the reason I did that is so that it would show the name tags again. Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay. Well, I use 2.6.7 or 2.7.6, excuse me. And I've never thought to myself, I should really upgrade to point 3 or to version 3, so I'm happy. All right, so our graphics are now 1920 is the new dimension across. So 860 is the halfway point, I guess. So yeah, so excuse me. The first one will be position 860. The second one, so yeah, I said the second one will be at the 3/4 mark. So what is the 3/4 mark? Is this right? Halfway? Yeah. If I want to position 3 things on screen, I want to use the halfway, the 3/4, and the 1/4 mark. And they'll be equally spaced, including the edges of the screen. Yeah, okay. So yeah, wait, half of 860 is what, like 430, and 860 plus 430 is 1290, I guess. Uh, and uh, and then what is the 1/4? Oh, I just said what the 1/4 is. It's 430. Cool. Yeah. Okay. So now I think that works. Axlots. I never presumed the existence of a fourth axlot, did I? No, I think I just went by number of available axlots. Yeah, and I just go by the length of axlots. If I is greater than, yeah, okay. Guess this, B-Sod. How's it going? Welcome. uh, Respect controllers. I really appreciate your interest in my technical knowledge. I I do this stream for educational purposes, and that's like the extent to which I am like an educator. I could I might be able to refer you to a better I could so like uh I just well, so full disclosure, I've been working in Python for like a few months now. Which I guess is a while, like several months. Like that's a you know, I made a game in that time. um but yeah, the reason I'm thinking that you might find a better instructor hypothetically is that there are people who've been working in Python for more than several months. So uh, yeah, there you go. All right. Yeah. So the reason I wanted to clear the action tags was just so that yeah, you can actually see that we all have characters in this game. So yeah. Right now, oh yeah, so I just moved around I moved around the positions of the action tags. So that the change I made actually won't take effect until I restart the script. But I don't want to restart the script yet because I'm still in the middle of of setting up the uh, the event system for a GM that I might appoint. And let me see. But so let me think. So far I have it so that yeah. Oh right, I was just about to put in a parting message for the GM. So right. Okay, so when the GM disappears, this is the situation where the GM disappears without having like specifically relinquished their crown, which I guess that could happen fairly often. Uh yeah, okay, so actually, we'll say it before we rinse the GM's name, so that we can reference their name in the message. So we'll say, so say Q is our list of things to say, and we will append to that list a message, farewell, farewell, yeah, just then the GM display name. Display name, farewell, plus, period, what did I say before? He just said something like, I'll take the lead or something. Because I think I'll just say something like that again. Yeah, just farewell, so and so. I suppose I will take the lead again. Or something. I don't know. Again, I should really change these to something better or less lame. But nothing better or less lame comes immediately to mind. So sorry, I'm just reading chat right now. Huh. Oh, okay. I thought you. At first, sorry, I don't mean to laugh, Kestis, but at first I thought you said that you made it so that you can sprint while crouching, and that you've broken the whole concept of crouching. Now that you can sprint while crouching, but oh, that's yeah, no, oh man, do you back up your work? Because like yeah, no, I've definitely been in situations where it seemed like something, I changed something innocuous, and then all of a sudden like uh, all of a sudden like nothing works anymore, or like something so fundamentally simple will just like break, and like why? Um, yeah, it's tough, but like one of the reasons I I I really like version control is because there have been times where I've had to literally just go back like a couple days, or like I think the worst I've ever had to do is like a couple days. Um, and it's tough because you lose a lot, and that you feel like you've accomplished nothing. The nice thing is that the next time you go through and do the stuff that you did, like anything that you've lost, like you'll do it a lot faster because it'll just be so much clearer in your mind than like the first time you went through it and had to figure it all out in the first place. But yeah, no, that definitely sucks. Uh, yeah. All right. Well, yeah. I hope you're able to figure it out, and if not, I hope you're able to find a suitable backup version. Um. Uh. Okay. So what we did here is we added in. All right. So now so now I can appoint a GM. It will initiate GM mode, which does nothing, and then if the GM leaves, or if I unappoint that GM, then they stop being GM. And Trusty Bard is very vocal in all of those cases. Uh, so I do need, I okay. So now I need to filter chat for the GM's commands, because what's the point of being GM if you can't tell people what to do, for example. Uh, so yeah. Hmm. Okay. The thing about huh. Yeah. The thing about this. So if not cur ev live and event time, etc., etc. Oh, this is a fairly complicated statement right now. But what am I trying to do here? If not cur ev live and uh, this is the part. This is the part where we. Oh yeah. Okay. Sure. Right. Okay. So not cur ev live, and I guess I could just say not. So not cur ev live and not GM active, which is like uh not GM active. Yeah. Right, because if so like curve live is like when I'm issuing commands, basically, like when I'm using the secret control panel to issue events, and so the GM's the GM will do something similar to that. Oh yeah. So I don't forget. I should write down a note where so like GM crown timed expire. Basically, I want a way that like if the GM, if there is a GM, there won't be the background event system occurring then, and so what I'll want to replace it with is a reminder, like an intermittent reminder that hey GM, what's up? Like, so in case the GM like goes AFK or something, there'll be something to there'll be like something in place to uh, make something happen, or like just kind of like move things along. I guess. All right. So yeah, I'm not gonna add that in immediately, but I want to make sure that I remember to add that in. So all right, we don't have to worry about the automatic event system in this case because when GM is active, then